What's up, gangsters? It's your boy Wes. I've been getting a ton of messages on the hype around Frogecoin, so I thought today I would make a short little tutorial video on how to buy Frogecoin, as well as just how to buy altcoins in general. For those of you who are not in the know, jump on the Froge train. This thing is booming. We got lots of exciting stuff going. You can see here, this is the official website, froge.finance. As you can see here, Binance Smart Chain, baby. We doing it. 4 days, 2 hours. This is going up. Get ready to go. Make sure you get some Ethereum because we're going to need some of that to swap it. So as you can see here, the Froge website does have a how to buy guide. I highly suggest checking that out. Again, it's froge.finance. I'll be sure to throw that in the description of this video. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and take you step by step through this process so that you feel comfortable doing so and so that you can help others. This video was initially made for some of my friends. However, I figured why not put it up into the internet? That way I don't have to text this process over and over again to everyone who asks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So before I get into actually sharing my screen from my phone here and kind of walking you through the process, I just kind of wanted to verbally explain to you kind of how this works. So these ERC20 coins are Ethereum based. And what that means is we're going to need to purchase some Ethereum in order to do this transaction, to buy Frogecoin. Now, this process will work for any other ERC20 based token. But again, we're going to be using Frogecoin as an example here just to kind of walk you through that process. So the first thing to do is to actually acquire some Ethereum. Now, I'm going to be actually using an app called MetaMask, which I'll also link in the video description below for you. That is going to be the app that we're actually going to use to convert the Ethereum to Froge eventually in this process. But the very first step is to actually purchase some Ethereum. So in the MetaMask wallet, as you can see, if you have not yet set up an account, you're going to want to do so. I'll put a link to this app in the video description below. Go ahead and download the app. There's going to be a series of steps in order to create a wallet. Part of that is going to be saving your seed phrase, which is a very, very important piece of information that you want to ensure that you keep in a very safe place. This is the phrase that will, if you ever get locked out of your account, give you access to get yourself back in. So once you get your MetaMask wallet set up, you will see a screen just like this, except you will likely see $0 here listed under Ethereum because you have not yet purchased any, and you also won't see any other cryptocurrencies listed here because you haven't bought any. Now, as I mentioned, the first step in this process is going to be to purchase some Ethereum. Now, you can do that right here through the MetaMask app, or if you have another cryptocurrency wallet like Coinbase or something else, you can purchase your Ethereum there and then just send it over to this wallet. And I'll show you both of those steps right now. So within the MetaMask app, if you wanted to purchase some Ethereum for the first time, you'll go ahead and click this little menu icon here. You're going to then click Add Funds, and that will give you the option at the bottom to either buy ETH or to request a payment. Now, if you're going to be purchasing right here through the MetaMask app, you're going to want to go ahead and push Buy ETH, which is going to give you the option to either pay with Apple Pay or through one of your credit or debit cards using this Transact app. So you'll go ahead and go through the process, put how much you would like to purchase, and then once the process has gone through, you will then see the Ethereum show up here in this section. Once you've seen it show up here, you know that you are good to go. Now, if you'd like to send your Ethereum over from one of your other crypto wallets, we're going to do kind of the same process here. You go ahead and click the little menu icon. Then you will go ahead and click Add Funds. And from here, you will see your wallet address, which you can click Copy on. Now, that's the address that you're going to need to paste in whatever other app you are using, such as Coinbase, to send the Ethereum over into this MetaMask wallet. Now, alternatively, if you don't want to go through all of those clicks, you can actually get your wallet address right here on the home screen, just by clicking this little icon. So you'll see if I click it right there, it's gone ahead and it's copied my public address to my clipboard, and I can now go into any other app to paste it. So for your benefit, let's go ahead and show you how you would transfer over some Ethereum from your Coinbase into the MetaMask app. Now, some people might ask the question, why would you want to send it from somewhere else if it's just going to be making its way into MetaMask anyways? Now, the answer to that question is simple. Different apps oftentimes have different restrictions on how quickly they'll actually clear your funds from your transfer. Now, Coinbase, for me specifically, when I make a transfer from my debit card or bank account, it clears half of the funds immediately, and then it makes me wait 5 days to clear the remaining balance. I have other friends who it clears their entire amount immediately. So it may vary depending on how your account is set up, but I am going to go ahead and show you the process of actually transferring over from Coinbase. So within the Coinbase app, you'll see this little blue button here at the bottom. If you were to click that, you'll see buy, sell, convert, send, receive, etc. In this case, if we're buying it for the very first time, what you're going to want to do is click this Buy Crypto with Cash button. So I'll go ahead and do that. And now that I've done that, it's saying select what asset to buy. We're going to go ahead and click Ethereum. And now that we've done Ethereum, what we're going to do is go ahead and put the amount that you'd like to purchase. In this case, I'm just going to do $500 for sake of showing you. Click Preview Buy. So on this screen, you'll see for that $500 transfer, after the Coinbase fees, I will be given $492.66 in Ethereum. And this is always based off of the current Ethereum price. So of course, just like stocks, as Ethereum is going up and down in price, you may get more or less depending on your money. So the lower Ethereum is when you buy is often beneficial, because even just by sitting in your account, as that price goes up, so will your balance. So to process this transaction, you will go ahead and push buy now. It'll go ahead and think for a little bit and process. Order will be submitted. And now if I were to just go back to this home tab for you, just so you can kind of see how things are, there's two ways to actually get to your Ethereum wallet to see when it clears. One of which is from the home tab. You can go ahead and just click on Ethereum right here. Once you're within there, you'll see your Ethereum wallet. And in this case, I'll go ahead and click on that. So once you're within your Ethereum wallet, right here, you can actually see your purchase history. So if you're not seeing your Ethereum show up right away, you can check the history. And within the history tab, you can not only see what transactions you've done, but for the ones that have actually started to get confirmed, you can click on them. You can click on View Block Explorer. And from there, you'll be able to get some information on the status of your transaction. So once your Ethereum has cleared, the next step is going to be to go ahead and send this Ethereum, like I mentioned, over to MetaMask. Once within the MetaMask app, again, we can click right here, which is going to copy our MetaMask address. And we're going to need that to go ahead and transfer funds from our Coinbase into this account. So going back to Coinbase, go ahead and click on the Ethereum wallet. And the button we're going to click here is this little send button. Once you click on that, it will say, how much do you want to send? You'll process it, and it'll say, where do you want to send it? So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and send it all. We'll go ahead and click max. We'll go ahead and click continue. And now I'm going to paste the address that we had just copied from MetaMask into this field and push preview send. It'll tell you what it's going to cost. Click send now. Get a text message verification. Boom, it was successfully sent. So now we're going to go ahead and give it a couple minutes to process. And once it has done so, we will see that money show up here in MetaMask. So just to give you a little bit of an overview before we actually get into that process, I just want you to see the overall picture of how this is going to work. So we have now purchased our Ethereum, and we've gotten our Ethereum into our MetaMask wallet. Now you could have, again, purchased it straight from MetaMask, or you could have sent it over from any of your other crypto wallets into your MetaMask account. The important part is that the Ethereum is in our MetaMask wallet. From there, the next step is going to be converting this Ethereum into froge. Now to do so, we're going to be using a website called uniswap.org. And I will go ahead and link that in the video description below for you. Now again, don't be too concerned, guys. I'm going to walk you through every step in this process so that you feel comfortable doing so. Again, as I mentioned earlier, on the froge.finance website, there is also this how to buy guide, which I feel does a pretty good job at actually kind of walking you through this process as well. So this is just kind of some added material to support you along the way. But let's go ahead and get started here now. So we are within the MetaMask app. As I mentioned, the process of swapping our Ethereum into froge is going to take place using the Uniswap network. Now, in order to do this swap, the first thing we're going to need to do is connect our MetaMask wallet to the Uniswap website. Now, to do so, you're simply, again, going to click on this little menu icon here in the top left corner. And from there, you're going to click the browser. Now, I happen to have just been on this website, so yours will not look like this right away. What you will want to do is go ahead and click up in the top address bar, and you're simply going to type in uniswap.org. Once you're on the website, you can scroll down, and you will see this button that says Use Uniswap. Go ahead and click on that. So the first thing we're going to want to do now that we've gotten to the Uniswap website is to actually add Frogecoin as a token. Because right now on your end, if you were to click select a token, you would not see froge listed like I do here. So now that we're on the Uniswap website, the first thing that you're going to want to do is actually add the froge coin. Now, you will do so by clicking on this select a token button. And since we haven't added the froge coin, you will actually not see it listed here. So to add the coin, the first thing you're going to want to do is to go ahead and click on this Manage Token List button. From there, you're going to go ahead and click on this Tokens tab. And right here in this field, you're going to actually paste the token contract address. Now, the token contract address, back to the Froge website, you can see is actually listed right here on this How to Buy guide. But I will also go ahead and put it in the video description below. In the effort to practice security, I would like you to compare the code that I put in my YouTube video description with the one here, because it's not uncommon for people on YouTube or all over social media to scam by putting, the incorrect token addresses. So please make sure that you are purchasing the correct froge, which is again on the froge.finance website on the How to Buy guide. Now, when you paste the froge token contract address here, it's going to allow you to import the coin. Once you've done so, you can click out of whatever screen is there, and you will now, when you click on the Select a Token button, see froge listed. Now, that's the first step. So again, what we're going to be doing here is converting our Ethereum that we own for froge coin. So go ahead and select now under the Select a Token button, froge as the second currency. You can now see that we've gotten the first step here set up. Now, before we actually go through the act of converting our Ethereum into froge, we're going to need to change one more setting here. To do so, you're going to go ahead and click on this gear icon, and we're going to adjust what is called the slippage tolerance. Now, the slippage tolerance is to protect you from quick and rapid price changes. So whatever you put in the slippage tolerance percent here is basically saying if the coin moves more than this percentage during the amount of time that this transaction is going through, do not accept it. Do not let it go through. Now, it's important that you set a slippage tolerance high enough because, as you know, these coins are very volatile and they're constantly going up and down with small buys. So you need to leave enough of a slippage tolerance so that if there happens to be a price change during the time that you're going through and creating this transaction, that your transaction still goes through. So on the froge.finance website, they recommend putting a slippage tolerance of between 2 to 5%. To play it safe, I've been putting 5%. Now, to enter the custom slippage tolerance, you're simply going to be typing it into this little section right here. Just as a heads up, for some reason on iPhone, it seems to be a little bit buggy. When you click into this section, it doesn't seem to actually show what it is that you're typing. So just to play things safe, because I can't see what I'm typing here, I continue to just push the back button, make sure it's completely empty, and then I'm just going to push 5. By pressing it once and then pushing the done button, the slippage tolerance should be set. I'm going to go ahead and click away, and now it is time to begin the conversion of our Ethereum to our froge. Now, before you move forward, there's one other bit of information that we need to go over. In order to do this transaction, to convert from Ethereum to froge, you're going to experience something called gas. Now, gas is essentially the fuel that allows this transaction to take place. It's a fee to process this transaction on the Ethereum network. Now, gas tends to fluctuate depending on how busy the network is and the volume of that network. So there is a website. I will also go ahead and link it in the video description below. I'll pull it up for you right now. Now, as you can see here, the gas fees at the moment are extremely high. Now, this doesn't always matter. It really depends on how much money you're putting in, because although gas fees are high right now, if you were putting in a high amount of money, you're going to make that up very quickly. However, it is important to note that these are, again, fluctuating throughout the day based on the volume of the transactions on the network. So it is a good practice to kind of go through and constantly check what the gas fees are at the moment, because if they happen to be low at any given time, that's often a good time to buy. Although it always is kind of a give and take sort of scenario, because by not buying now, who knows what could happen to the coin. You could miss out on a huge pump, and now you're missing out on profits because you weren't willing to pay that gas fee. So I personally don't really care what the gas fee is. I'm just going to go ahead and process transactions. But it is important to know that there is a gas fee. That gas fee does fluctuate. And again, you can view it on this website, which I will link in the video description below. Now, given the explanation of what gas fees are, it's important to take note of how much available balance of Ethereum you currently have. Now, this is important to note because as you're doing this swap, it's not taking into account how much gas fees are going to be. So you need to make sure to leave enough Ethereum in this MetaMask wallet to cover the cost of this transaction. Now, this is important to know because if I were to actually click into Ethereum and type in my full available balance and try to process this transaction, it would not go through because I did not leave enough Ethereum to pay the gas fee to process it. So you kind of need to do a little bit of mental math here to make sure that you leave enough in here for those gas fees. So to make things simple, let's go ahead and just type 0.05. You know, we're leaving another 200 something bucks in there for gas. Again, this is just to show you guys how to do it. I would never just buy this small amount of froge coin, but I'm doing this, you know, I'm sacrificing for your knowledge here. But once you type in the amount that you want to convert, you'll see this little pink warning pop up, no liquidity, click to trade with V2. You're going to want to actually click that. And now you'll see the froge populate. So for our 0.05 Ethereum, which is the equivalent to 193 US dollars at the moment, we can get roughly around 4,494,560 froge coins. So from there, you're going to go ahead and press the swap button right here to process this transaction. And go ahead and now push the confirm swap button. Now in this case, we're going to get a little bit of a warning because we actually did not leave enough money to cover the network fee. It is warning us this would not go through right now. Now, if you had left enough Ethereum in there, this confirm button would of course be available to be pushed. You would push it, it would process your transaction, and you would be good to go. In this case, since we don't have enough and I don't actually want to go ahead and convert right now, we're still waiting for our other Ethereum to process. I'm going to go ahead and push reject. So after you've gone ahead and processed the swap, we can go ahead and exit the screen and go back to our main wallet by again clicking this menu in the top left and then clicking on the little wallet button here. That'll bring you to your main screen. You'll know it worked correctly because you'll see that your Ethereum balance will have gone down. Now don't get concerned, you will not yet see anything else listed here. Now why is that? It's because we need to manually add the froge coin token. To do so, what we're going to go ahead and do is click on this Add Tokens button at the bottom. Once you're there, click on the Custom Token tab. And within this area, we're going to type that exact same token contract address that we used on Uniswap and the one that's available on the froge.finance website into this field. Go ahead and just click into the next field and it should auto-populate all the rest as you can see here. And then you'll click on the Add Token button here at the bottom. By doing so, you'll now see your froge show up. It should show how many you have and how much that is worth right now in US dollars. Now, one thing that is really cool about froge is actually the way that the coins are distributed. So right here on the froge website, you'll see that for every transaction, 1% of the entire supply is actually burned. You know, thinking of things from a supply and demand level, the less supply there is, the higher value there is, especially as volume tends to increase. In other words, the demand is increasing. If there's less supply to buy, the price is naturally going up. So this works to our favor. Additionally, 1% of every transaction gets distributed amongst existing owners of the coin. Now, this is really cool because just by owning froge in the first place, you'll actually see the quantity of froge within your MetaMask wallet going up over time. You know, me being an early adopter of this coin, I've seen millions of free coins just showing up in my MetaMask just simply by sitting there and hodling. But one of the best aspects of this coin, in my opinion, is the fact that 0.1% of every single transaction is getting donated to charity. You see, froge within the code for this cryptocurrency has actually hard-coded these into the contract code. And 0.1% of every single transaction is being sent straight to the Cool Earth donation address, which helps with rainforest preservation around the world. You can actually, on Etherscan, view how much we have been able to donate so far to this charity, which is absolutely incredible. You can see here that they've already donated over 5 billion froge coins. I love what the froge team is doing. I love the community. Everyone is so on board with this movement, so excited about it. We are ready to explode. I hope that this guide was able to help you out a little bit on your journey of not only purchasing ETH, but converting it to froge. The process is similar again with other altcoins, so you can kind of take what you learned here and apply it to adding another custom token of your choosing. I highly encourage you to go ahead and take a look at froge at froge.finance. Join the Telegram community, be active. Don't miss out on this pump. It's not only a moon mission anymore. We're going intergalactic. We'll see you guys later. Peace.